Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Power Rangers SPD episode, Recognition. Rick wants to play catch with Sky, but Sky is busy. Rick doesn't care, he just wants to play. Suddenly, an alien attacks. The Rangers jump into their Megazords, but it's not enough. Doggy joins with the Delta Command Megazord. After all his bluster about not morphing except when the Rangers need him to, he morphs just to drive the Delta Command Megazord. He doesn't even leave it, he just drives it. Alright. The Rangers arrest the latest alien criminal, and instead of putting him in a containment card, he's led to a cell. Alright. He reveals he has a special ability. He switches bodies with Sky. Oddly, their hairstyles switch too. Also, there's no security cameras in this prison cell. Whatever. The alien, Wutox, morphs and rips the translator off Sky's new body and locks him in a cell. Wutox proceeds to behave suspiciously. Sky, meanwhile, tries to get someone's attention, but no one can understand him without the translator. Sky manages to unlock his cell and escape. Sky is able to use his knowledge of the base to avoid being caught and finds Wutox. He tries to switch back, but gets found by the Rangers. He tries to talk to them, but to no avail. He runs away. The Rangers pursue him. Wutox goes to Kat and asks where the Delta base cockpit is. He stuns Rick for no reason and attacks Kat. Doggy comes in and recognizes Sky isn't who he appears to be. No duh at this point. Doggy morphs and so does Wutox, and a fight breaks out. Wutox eventually makes his way to the cockpit. Sky, meanwhile, is trying to figure out what Wutox wants. He figures out that he must be trying to gain control of the Delta Command Megazord. He rushes back inside the base, passing right by the other Rangers. They try to chase him, but the base doors lock as the Megazord forms. Sky finds Wutox and knocks him out of the base. The Rangers find them and are about to arrest who they think is Wutox, but Doggy stops them. He explains to the others that the alien can switch bodies. They test to see who's who. They throw a ball and see who Rick brings it back to. They see Rick bring the ball back to the alien. They hold Wutox, who is currently in Sky's body, and allow Sky to switch their bodies back. After that, they lock him in a containment card like they should have done in the first place. Later, Bridge sees Sky playing with Rick. Sky says he'll play until he gets tired, and Bridge points out that Rick is a robot and won't tire out. Then Rick breaks something, and they decide that's enough playing for now. This episode is really good, though the biggest problem is quite glaring. Why isn't Wutox in a containment card? I think there should have been a line explaining that, the containment cards are one use only, and they're currently waiting for a new shipment or something. It's a pretty simple way to explain why SPD still has jail cells in addition to the cards. So I guess that would make Kat putting Boom in one as a joke appear pretty wasteful, but last episode established the first episode has been pretty much forgotten about in regards to Boom at the least. The other negative is a minor one, Doggy morphing at the beginning. Him morphing in the fight with Wutox, that's fine. It's the pointless time at the beginning that I have issue with. The only reason I can guess this is here is that the cockpit set only exists in Deca Ranger, and it wasn't recreated for Power Rangers. They wanted to establish the cockpit because it's important in a Deca Ranger fight scene is there, and they wanted to use it and not reshoot it in a different location. The way around this, I think, would be to have Doggy morphed from the start, and begin the episode already in battle. Then, though, we wouldn't have the setup scene of Rick wanting to play with Sky. There's a lot to like here. We have a clever story, the characters are well utilized, and a conclusion that was well set up. Wutox isn't really that interesting of a villain outside of his abilities. He serves his function, but not much more. The translator was the unique element here, but I'm not sure why the writers went to the trouble of having it. I think Sky could have just not known how to talk in Wutox's body. It's weird that he's forced to speak a foreign language. I have no idea how that works. I like that Sky and Wutox's hairstyle switched. That was a nice touch. A pretty enjoyable episode this time around. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Nobody messes with my Rangers.
Except me.